Hello, hello, hello. Let's see. Refresh. I apologize for the background. My toddler has been overly independent for the past couple days. So she's very, today she's deciding to scream and get into everything. Let's see. We have sound. Let's see. Is there sound? Yes. Cool. So, also, sorry if I keep looking up randomly. That's where my computer is now. So it's up here as I look at comments and everything. The setup is funky. Okay, so we will wait for people to show up. Hi! We will wait a few minutes. I hope everybody is having an awesome Friday. Happy, happy Friday. And we'll see whether or not my iPod dies in the middle of this. It should be fine. But yeah. And today we're going to talk about why excuses block your intuition. And how crappy that is. Because the whole thing behind this group is, your intuition. So. We have a person. It's Christina. Hi! I'm using my iPod today, so I have the magic of Apple cameras. Yes, cozy hat. Yes. Out here in Colorado, where it likes to be all 4 seasons in one day, it felt like a morning to wear a cozy hat. It's a Missy. Hi, Missy. And like I was saying, excuse the crying in the background. My daughter got in trouble, so she's... It's one of those days. But yeah, hi! Today we are talking about why excuses block your intuition. Because they really freaking do. Because I have made many excuses myself. And it has caused a lot of issues. For myself and for other people, like the people around me. Yes, at least it's Friday. At least it's Friday. Let's actually move this. Woo. And fix. Woo. Cool. So, I've always given myself the excuse for not doing as well as I feel I should be because of a limitation. And I make my limitations my excuses. So, for the longest time, like in my family, if you still ask them to this day, they don't believe a word out of my mouth. Because growing up, it was either I lie and maybe get away with it, especially when it came to magical things, because I came from a pretty religiously repressive family. Or I would say the truth and have to face the consequences on my own, whether it be a good thing or a bad thing. So, like, for example, a part of the program I was in high school, we went to Japan and we went to China. So for our senior trip, we went to China. And over the summer, I had worked for my aunt's law firm in Atlanta, and when I came back home to Colorado, I had a couple $1,000s saved up. So when it came through, and I had saved it up because we had to pay $800 to go to China on our own. Because the first time when we went to Japan, the school district paid for it. So when it came time for me to go to China and to have a wonderful experience and all of that, I was in a pretty toxic relationship at the time, and I was so deep in love with this guy because it was high school, and I know what I'm talking about when it comes to I'm in love in high school. And I decided instead with my money to buy him another cat. He already had like 12 cats in his house, literally. But I decided to get him another one for his birthday. And at first, my grandmother looked at the bank account and she's like, what happened to all your money? And I could have been honest and said that I spent it on him. But instead I was like, oh my God, what happened to my money? I don't understand. And I opened up a fraud case with the bank. I got a phone call. Well, at first she kept asking me, like, are you telling me the truth? Are you sure that it was fraud? And I was like, yeah, it's fraud. Yeah, because in my mind I'm like, it's so much worse for me to tell her that I spent it on something else, on something that I wanted, than to say, you know, the real reason, than to say that it was a fraud thing and someone hacked into my bank account. So it came down to it one day. She gave me a call at school and said the Humane Society called, and they said that, you know, checking in on you and your cat. Did you spend any money on that boy so he could have a cat? I was like, yeah, I did. Called the bank, told them, never mind, I actually spent the money. And it was a whole ordeal because I didn't want to admit to myself what I actually wanted and put myself out there and take it, because I had the means to. Like, I had the money to do what I wanted, do both trips, but at the same time, I was so afraid of what this other person would think. I was so afraid of what my grandmother would tell me. And it ended up being for naught, because months later, literally the day we went to go exchange money to go to China, like 2 days before we would leave, we broke up. And every once in a while I'll get a call from the Humane Society saying my cat is out running around. And they picked it up. But it turned out to be for naught what I spent my money on. But at the same time, the other day I went and picked up the cat, and I went to go see her, and she is grown into this beautiful thing. Her name was Maui. She was a beautiful white cat. And I made sure she had a great home. But the relationship taught me what it meant to put something ahead of myself, you know? To put this toxic person ahead of myself. And I've done that a couple other times when it comes to my money. And not admitting what I spent it on. So I would get a ticket and I'd tell everybody, oh no, I just had to go get an oil change, or something was wrong with the car, and instead it was actually a ticket. Or just not owning up to what I really needed it for fear of judgment. Okay? So when it comes to Taro now, I see it so easily done to make excuses like that, especially when it comes to money. We splurge on decks because we love decks. And they're beautiful and we love the artistry and everything like that. But at the same time, we're ashamed to admit it. Or when it comes to doing something to better ourselves, in general, we're afraid to take that risk. It's like when it comes to doing something for you, you have to take a longer leap when it's really not that long of a leap. You have the means, you have the time, because you have the time to sit down and buy all these decks and study with them and do all this kind of stuff, but you don't have the time to sit down and let somebody help or be honest about it. Then it's like you end up having this issue. So, and I guess the whole point I'm saying is when you want something with every fiber of your being, whether it was a good decision or not at some point in your life, you knew when you wanted something, whether it was to go to a concert or like, for example, if you own a business, like if Taro is your business and you sit down and, you know, do the tiny little things on Instagram, or you sit there and scroll through Facebook for hours and hours. Hi, Susan. Or you sit there and scroll and just ignore, you know, creating that copy that's actually going to make you any money. Or if you go through and you actually follow up with clients, you're just doing busy work. So you don't have to deal with the responsibility. Hi, hon. It's totally okay. So in our lives, it's like if we aren't doing busy work and aren't doing the tiny little things that don't matter in the long run, then we feel like we're not doing anything at all. When sometimes you have to take that bigger step in order to get somewhere, in order to actually make something happen for you and make things better. Because even though that experience with, lying to my grandmother didn't end up very good for me, it still made me learn on, okay, I need to actually be honest about what I want in the future. Hi, Vanessa. So, and I see this happen all the time with readers. Okay, we're willing to spend hundreds of dollars on a deck on Kickstarter, but we're not willing to go through and spend that same amount of money to better our practice in general, or to better our course, or just really dig into ourselves. And I get it. It's hard, because I grew up from that mindset of if you have money, save it in case you need it. My grandfather's one of those people where he's like, here's $20 in case you need something. Okay, always save, because there's something that you're going to need in the long run rather than what you need now, So, and if you spend it on something you want, then it's like, why did you do that? Christina's like, it's true. Most tarot newbies think that their success is related to the deck, but it's not. It's true. Hi, Anna. I'm glad that you came. So it's like, I understand that mentality for wanting to save it just in case. I'm going to save my money for that one beautiful special deck in case it ever comes. And when you do spend it, then you're like, yes, I finally got it. But you're not going to spend that same amount of money on something else. And it's funny, like if you do mindset challenges. Hi, Susie. I didn't see you pop in. It's funny if you do mindset challenges and you realize, I could do $200 to go to a spa day and just relax for myself. Or $200 could go towards fixing my car. You weigh the options. You be a little bit more balanced about it. And you realize how much your money is actually worth. So instead of spending $75 on a deck this month, why don't I put it towards something that'll help me make every single deck I already own worthwhile for me? So, and it's funny because when I finally started tapping into my abilities and letting myself spend, I started growing. So like, for example, this week I went ahead and bought to the Quantum Leap package that Christina has. And I spent the money, and it was amazing. And I already feel myself growing from it because I took that leap and I let myself splurge and I let myself do something to better myself. And when it comes to my course, and it comes to not even just the course now, it comes to my membership site, it's exactly the same thing. Okay? It's not that you don't have the money, it's that you aren't willing to spend it to better yourself. Okay? It's not that because you do. I know it's just a matter of where your priorities are. Okay, there is a difference between literally not having the money to go out to eat, like to buy anything, or to not have diapers and not pay your rent. There's a difference between that and not having the money because you don't want to spend it. The easiest excuse that you can give is, oh, I just don't have it right now. That's saying in the future, you will most likely have it, but you're still going to give that same excuse for, no, I don't want to. And then the only person that you're inhibiting at that point is you, because you could have taken up this opportunity months ago. It's like the people, because every person that comes into this group has to answer the two questions that bring them in. Where are you intuitively? What questions do you have? Like, what drew you here? And a lot of times, like, I don't know. I just feel this warm vibe. I just want to be here. I just feel amazing here. Okay. Yay. And then I see you grow. I give you free. And I'm happy to give you free. But at the same time, isn't a better energy exchange when you do a free reading? Isn't it better when you finally get paid for it? Yeah, when you finally sit down and have that first $10 reading or that first $100 reading. I freaked the hell out when I first had a $300 reading. I was like, oh my God. And it was like, that feels amazing. And then I can fully give my worth. You know? So when it comes to making yourself better so you can charge more, so you can give those amazing answers and not have that fear of doubting yourself anymore, or, being able to tap in like that and give this amazing reading that is on point, and you're just like, whoo, and you can feel the energy in your body vibrating because you're like, wow, I'm fantastic. Like, when you finally reach that point because you spent the money on yourself, because you put the time and effort into yourself, you know it's 100% worth it. And I get it. When I first did my first membership, when I first bought a membership to something, the first thing that ran through my mind was, ooh, how am I going to make sure I have the money for this every single month? And then I made sure I did. Somehow, after hitting that subscribe button, every month I had that. I manifested that to make sure this was my priority. I will always have this content available to me. And I love it. And I have grown so much because of it. I did that with business, with my Etsy stuff. I did that with my tarot stuff. And now I'm doing that with my psychic stuff. And I am growing ridiculously because I am admitting to myself, yes, I have the money. Yes, I have the time. And yes, I want to do this. I'm not making an excuse for myself anymore. Because excuses kept me poor. Excuses kept me from growing my intuition to the rate that it is now. Let me look at comments. I've been ignoring comments. Christina says, and when people invest in their practice, they finally commit to it and the magic actually happens. Yes! That's why, if you notice in this group, I started adding, because at first we were just doing, Monday, Wednesday, and then Friday we would have something, like a live stream. But I started adding the Thursday drive for that reason, because so many people, magic and tarot and intuitives in general, spiritual people in general, have a habit of not focusing on the masculine because we are in such a masculine-dominated society. We are in a patriarchy. We deal with men every single day. We're taught to work, and not sit down and relax and embrace the feminine. So when we go into the feminine, we completely exclude the masculine. But if we don't have that fire under our ass, we aren't going to ever do anything. And we aren't going to get shit done. We just sit here and contemplate and wait for the universe to bring it to you. And it's like, no, sometimes you need to tell the universe, come here. Come hither. So, and fire is what makes magic happen. You need that willpower and that drive. You need energy behind something. In order to get out of bed, you need energy. So, the same thing here. I create the Thursday drive so we can actually get some fire into our bellies. Same thing for this. When it comes to my academy, I'm giving you that fire. And I literally just got done creating all the presentations for it. And it's funny, we go through 3 exclusive challenges together in the academy. And I just got done putting together one where we literally build your elemental base. And we force ourselves to embrace fire. And then embrace the masculine with water. We literally go through it. And it makes it so much more concrete for you. But that wouldn't be available for you if you don't get the fire under your ass now and go get it, What else was here? Susie got the activations too. I know! Aren't they awesome? I'm boycotting busy work this year. Me too, Christina. I hate just being busy because it's not authentic. And it's not what I really want to do. There's a difference between, like, I'm bored and I need to do something else, or it's like, I'm just occupying myself because I'm really putting off a more important thing, you know? Yeah, so it's just like, what are your worries when it comes to growing your intuition? Are you afraid, like, take money off the table. If you had $500 or $5,000 or $5 million to do whatever the hell you wanted to do, what is keeping you from investing in yourself? Comment. Are you afraid of being wrong? That you're wasting your money? Are you afraid of not having the time and putting it aside? Like, what are you most afraid of? Because for me personally, it was always, I would always think in my mind, because I grew up with that poverty mindset of this money could be going towards something better. As soon as I would buy, let's say, a new bra for myself, something would happen. Like, the baby would run out of diapers, or I would, like, the car would break down, or something stupid like that would happen. And I would automatically think, I shouldn't have got what I wanted, otherwise we'd have the money for that right now. But then I'd have to get over it because I'm like, now I have an amazing bra that actually fits me and it actually literally supports me. And it makes everything that much better, you know? So what are some things that keep you back from investing in your intuition and investing in your practice? And not even just your tarot practice, because I know we have people who do more than just tarot in this group. We have runes and stuff. What is keeping you from, expanding yourself? Because literally, when it comes to this academy, you are getting everything. You don't realize it, but you are getting everything right now. Like, because right now, it's the tarot and the psychic development for diviners. Like, the psychic and magic development for diviners. It's specifically for readers. You get that. Then you'll get palmistry. Then you'll get runes. Then you're going to get tea leaf reading. Then you're going to get scrying and I Ching. Which, if you don't know that, that's the coin one. The Chinese coins. Let me grab them. Hang on. Because I actually have them. The Chinese coins. We're going to go through all that, and you're going to get all of that. And it's going to give you all the steps that you need in order to get it. And to be successful at it. And to use any modality you want. And I even mentioned some, that you don't even go through. Like, frickin' bibliomancy, where you pick out a book, and you divin from a book. We go over shufflemancy. With music, because I'm a big musical person. You get literally everything. Susie, a good tarot reader is like a good bra, support and uplifting. Yes, indeed. And it's taking on something I can't handle or make it work because of the poverty thing that whispers in the ear when you want to do something. And since I decided to join your Coming Academy teachings, I don't want to trip on money, since I would love so much to do this. Finally, all the areas I'm into, and would like to find out more about it. Yeah, and Anna's already in the academy. And I can already see a difference because you get homework, and it's really easy homework. It's literally just think about these questions, journal about them, and share your thoughts. And you're already growing, Anna. You're doing fucking fantastic. And even when you personally message me, you're doing awesome. And I love getting your responses because I'm seeing how much you're growing. And I just want that to happen for more people. And that's why I'm making excuses, that's what's blocking your intuition. That's what's keeping you from moving forward. You're literally creating a block because the third eye deals with illusions. We go over chakras as well. The third eye deals with illusions. And when you are illusioning yourself, or when you have illusions around you, like the Eight of Swords, whether you put that manipulation there yourself or someone else has, your third eye is blocked. And you don't feel it. Like, you don't get that insight. So you sit there and you stare at the cards and you're like, what the hell does this mean? I don't understand. And even using everyday things like the clothing workshop we just did, or going through the Fool's Intuitive Journey, or doing the Quick Start Challenge, it makes it so much harder because you're not learning to listen to yourself. But if you take that illusion out the way of, well, I guess I do have the money, it's just not a priority for me. Okay, why isn't it a priority for me? Because I'm afraid of wasting my time. And I don't like wasting my time. Okay, why would you think it's a waste of time? If you're willing to buy the same amount on decks and on books by various authors, why not go to this person who has the experience, has, is using books and recommending books, is doing studies, and has gone through all the holes that you're going through right now and is trying to help you get through those holes or away from them. Why aren't you taking a leap? Anna says it really is simple, and it's not just because I've been doing tarot for many years, so no worries for those who might feel too newbie, promise. Yeah! Like, the number of people in this group that aren't even new, that have been doing this for 40 years, or like 20 plus years, and just want to wake up their third eye again and love their practice again. Because so many people have come from the idea of you need to memorize keywords in order to be a successful reader. Okay, I can memorize a script as much as I want to. But that does not mean that I'm a good actress. I can memorize staging and body positions as much as I want to, but that does not make me a good director. Okay? It is the effort and the practice and the applying yourself. I am a fantastic actress and a fantastic director because I put in the time and I spent the money. I have a degree. I spent $60,000 on it. I put in the time and the effort. If you do that exact thing for yourself, and it's not even $60,000, it's $75 a month. If you do that for yourself, you're going to grow so much, okay? And not only that, like you notice here in the group, not all the time can I answer right away. Anna has me at her beck and call. All she's got to do is message me, and I hop in the group, and I'm like, woo, superhero, I can come help you. Because you're my top priority. Because then you are officially my student, and I am officially your mentor. And I want that more than anything. I want to teach you. Okay? And with a group of 300 plus people, which is awesome, I can't give you as much one-on-one time as I can with a group a little bit smaller. So I just want you to think about this. And I want you to think about, why are you limiting yourself? And why are you keeping yourself from expanding? Okay? This week has been a little bit more ranty. But do you guys have questions? Have anything that you want to talk about with this? You know I'm here. And I'll happily hang on for a little bit longer. Oh, and while people are contemplating over whether they have questions or not, I have started adding daily draws and videos to the YouTube channel. So those of you who have committed to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you're getting all the stuff there, you can see my daily draws and shit. And I even talked to you about some of the background work that I'm doing on my own. Like I talked about the Quantum Leaps today and yesterday. I'm doing the Goddesses for Everyday book by, by Julie Lore. And I talk about those and relate them to my daily draws. And you guys kind of get a little bit more of my actual me learning as well. So it's not like I'm just bullshitting here, because I hate those teachers that don't do the work themselves. Okay? These challenges that I have, I will be doing them with you. It's super easy. So I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your Friday, since there's no questions. This was super quick. And yeah, if you ever need me, just shoot me a message. And I'm here in the group. And if you want to take advantage of signing up for the membership, let me get that right now. And it's got to listen to those. Always have interesting to listen to other insights and what they learn along the way. I know, and that was really the fun part. Because you'll see I've been stalked by a couple cards for the past couple of days and things like that. So it's like, just because I'm teaching it doesn't mean it doesn't happen to me. But let me get this super quick. Create. Yes, if you guys want to do the membership, it is right there. Pin. And you guys get all the info for what you need. So yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your weekend, rest of your Friday, and I will see you guys next week in the group. Bye.